ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ ಸಾಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ತ ಕೆಲ್ಸ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನಂತ ದಮ್ಮಿದ್ದನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಪ್ಪ. ಮಳ್ಳು ದಿನ್ನು ಬಾಳೆ ಹಣ್ಣು ಪಂಚರ್ ಅಂಗಡಿ ಪಾನಿಪುರಿ ರಾಗಿ ಮಿಷನ್ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಸಾಲ ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮೋರಿ ಕ್ರೇನು ಮೇಕೆ ತಿನ್ನದ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವನು ತಿನ್ನದ ಮೆಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ 64 ವಿದ್ಯೆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇರೋದೊಬ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಸು ಜಾಕಿ 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 ರಾಮ ಚಟ್ಟಿ ಕುಲುಕು ಜಾಕಿ 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 ಜಾಕಿ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿನಿಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪ ಕಂಕಣ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ಕೂಡ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾನೆ ಚಿಲ್ರೆ ಕಾಸು ತಕ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೂಸು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಸೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಂಗೆ ಟೈಮೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೂ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಮೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮುಂದೆ ನೀವೇ ನುಟ್ಟಿರಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಸಿಗ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಜಾಕಿ 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 ರಾಮ ಚಟ್ಟಿ ಕುಲುಕು ಜಾಕಿ 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 ಜಾಕಿ. ಬೈಟು ಟೀ ಕೊಡ್ರಪ್ಪ.
Are you afraid that you're underqualified for
ಮುಂದೂರಲಿದ್ದ ಒಬ್ಬ ರಾಜ ಈಗಲೂ ಅವನೊಬ್ಬ ರಾಜ ಮುಂದೂನು ಇರುತ್ತಾನೆ ರಾಜ ಆಜ ಆಜ ಲೆಂಡನ್ ರಾಜ.
ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಹೇಳುವೆ ಅನ್ನದ ತೊತ್ತು ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ನಿಯತ್ತು ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರು ಹೇಳವ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮನೆ ದೇವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದಾನೆ ನಮ್ಮೆದೆ ಉಸಿರು ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮನೆ ದೇವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದಾನೆ ನಮ್ಮೆದೆ ಉಸಿರು. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಪೂಜಿಸುವ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ನನದು ಯಾವತ್ತು ಕೈ ಮುಗಿವೆ ಮಾ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. ನನ್ಗ್ಯಾವ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನೆಂದು ಕನ್ನಡದ ಆಸಾಮಿ. ತಂದೆಗೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಮಗನು ಊರಿಗೂ ತಕ್ಕವನು ಕಾಪಾಡಿ ನನ್ನ ನೀವೇ ನಾನಿನ್ನು ಚಿಕ್ಕವನು. ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸೇವಕನನ್ನು ನೆಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳುವೆ ಬಾವುಟವನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ನಡದ ಮಾವುತ ನಾನು. ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮನೆ ದೇವ್ರು ನೀವೇ ನನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಟವರು. ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮನೆ ದೇವ್ರು ಚೆಲ್ಲದುರಿರುವ ಚಿಲ್ಲರೆಯನ್ನು ಹಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎತ್ತಿಕೊಂಡ ಮಗ ನಾನು. ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲು ತೂಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸಿದಿರಮ್ಮ, ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಮಗ ನಾನು. ಎಲ್ಲೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಣ್ಣವ್ರು, ಅಭಿಮಾನಿನ ದೇವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಅವ್ರೆ ಅಂದೋರು. ತೊಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೇ ನಮಗೆ ಅತ್ತಿ, ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೇನು ಬ್ಯಾಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಇರಲಿ ಕೊನೆ ತನಕ ಹಿಂಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡಿ. ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮನೆ ದೇವ್ರು, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದಾನೆ ಬಾಳಿದು ಹಸಿರು. ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ ನಮ್ಮನೆ ದೇವ್ರು, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದಾನೆ ಬಾಳಿದು ಹಸಿರು.
ಒಡೆದ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗಳ ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಿಸಿ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕುವವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಲವ ತೋರಿಸಿ, ಭಾಷೆಯ ಮಹತ್ವದ ಅರಿವು ಮೂಡಿಸಿ, ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲವಿದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಕೈಯ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ. ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ. ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಬಲವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ನನ್ನೆದೆಯ ಬಗೆದು ನೋಡು ನರನಾಡಿಗಳ ಮಿಡಿತ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ 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 ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ 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 ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕಣಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಕನ್ನಡತನವ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೊಡದೇನೆ ಬದುಕುತ್ತಿರುವ ಕನ್ನಡಾಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗ ಹೇಳೋದೊಂದೇನೆ, ಈ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವಿರುವವರೆಗೂ, ಮಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣಾಗಿ ಮಲಗುವವರೆಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡಾಂಬೆಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೇನೆ. ಕನ್ನಡಿಗನಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಬೆಲೆ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರನ್ನೇ ತೋರಿಸುವೆ, ಈ ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಋಣ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊನೆವರೆಗೂ ತೀರಿಸುವೆ. ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಪದ ಬಳಕೆಯ ಮೆರೆಸುವೆ, ಹಳದಿ ಕೆಂಪು ಬಾವುಟವ ತುಂಬ ಗರ್ವದಿಂದ ಹಾರಿಸುವೆ. ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು 1ರಿಂದ 10ರವರೆಗೂ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಲೆ ಹಾಕದೇನೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲೇ ಓದಿರೋದು. ಆ ಇಂದ ಅಹಾವರೆಗೂ, ಕಾಯಿಂದ ಕ್ಷಾಜ್ಞಾವರೆಗೂ, ಕರಿ ಹಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಳಿ ಬಳಪದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿದ್ದು ಕಲಿತಿರೋದು. ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೂ, ಇವತ್ತಿಂದ ಬದುಕಿರೋವರೆಗೂ, ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಷೆಗಳ ವ್ಯಾಮೋಹ ಬರೋದು, ಕನ್ನಡವೇ ಉಸಿರಂತ ನಂಬಿರೋದು. ಭರವಸೆಗಳು ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ತರೋವರೆಗೂ, ಹಠ ಬಿಡದೇನೆ ಪದಗಳ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಮೂಡಿಸುತ್ತಿರೋದು. ತಾಯಿ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ಭಾಷೆ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಭಾಷೆ ಉಳಿಸುವ ಆಸೆ ಕನ್ನಡ, ತಂದೆ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಳಸೋ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಗುರು ಕಲಿಸಿದ ಪಾಠ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಗುರಿ ಮುಟ್ಟೋಕೆ ಹೋರಾಟ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಮನಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಮಾತೆ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನೇ ಗೆಲ್ಲೋ ಗೀತೆ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಶಿಲೆ ಹೊಡೆದು ನೋಡೋ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋದ್ರು ನಮ್ದೇ ನಿಯಮ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಯೋಧನ ಬಂದುಕಿನ ಶಬ್ದ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಕೇಡು ಬಯಸದ ಮುಗ್ಧ ಕನ್ನಡ. ರೈತನ ಕಾಲಿನ ಕೆಸರು ಕನ್ನಡ, ಕೆಸರಿಂದ ತಿನ್ನೋ ಫಸಲು ಕನ್ನಡ. ಎದೆ ತಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನನ್ನ ಉಸಿರು ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ 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 ಕನ್ನಡ. ನಾನಿಂತ ನಿಲುವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ನಗೆದ್ದ ಗೆಲುವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ನನ್ನಿಚ್ಛೆಯಂತೆ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುಣಿದಾಡೋ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಸಂಗೀತದ ಗೆಲುವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಬಲವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ನನ್ನೆದೆಯ ಬಗೆದು ನೋಡು ನರನಾಡಿಗಳ ಮಿಡಿತ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ 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 ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ 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 ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡಿಗನೇ ಕಪಟ ಕ್ರಿಮಿಗಳು ಕಟ್ಟ ಕೊಟ್ಟನೆ, ದೇಶದ ಮಣ್ಣಿ ಮೇಲ್ ಮಟ್ಟನೆ ಕೆತ್ತನೆ, ಕನ್ನಡದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ತೋಟದ ಕಳ್ಳಿಯ ಕೀಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಭಾಷಾಭಿಮಾನವ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಬಿತ್ತನೆ, ನಾಡು ದುಡಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಚಿಂತನೆ, ಹುಸಿ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ಬೈಗುಳ ತಿಂತಾನೆ. ಉಡುಪಿನ ಶೈಲಿ ಬದಲಾದ್ರೂ ಸಂಪ್ರದಾಯವಾಗದಿದ್ದು ಮಲಿನವೋ, ಸೊಗಡಿಂಗಮವ ಸವಿದ ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೆಯು ಮನವು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೀವೋ, ದುರಾಭಿಮಾನವ ಹರಿತೀವೋ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಾವುಟ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಮೆರಿತೀವೋ, ಕುಂಕುಮ ತೊಡುವ ನಿಜ ನಲಿಗೆ ನಹಿಸಿಗೆ ತರ ನಾವು ಮರಿತೀವೋ. ನಮ್ ಸಂಭ್ರಮಾನ ನೋಡಿತಿ ಕಾವುರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿರೋದ್ಯಾರು, ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಗುರು ನಮ್ಮವ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಜಾರು. ಕನ್ನಡದ ಪರ್ವತದಿಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಮಗನೆ ಜಾರು, ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನೇ ಬರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲಿ ಅದುವೇ ನಮ್ ಕರಾರು. ಕನ್ನಡ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೋ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬೇಕು, ಹಳದಿ ಕೆಂಪು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕು, ಕಾವೇರಿ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ದೇಣಿಗೆ ಹಾಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೂಡಿಸು ದೇಶದ ಚಾಪು. ಹಿಂದಿ ಹೇರಿಕೆನ ಎಸುವ ಹಂದಿಗಳು ತಣ್ಣಗೆ ಮಾಡಲು ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ ಸಂಗಡ, ಕಲಿಯೋಕೆ ಕೋಟಿ ಭಾಷೆ ಆಡಕೊಂದೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಅದುವೇ ನಮ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಮೂಲೆ ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಹರಡಿರುವ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರೇ ಕೇಳಿ, ಶಂಕದಿಂದ ಬಂದರನೆ ತೀರ್ಥ ಶಕ್ತಿನೇ ನಿಮ್ ಭಾಷೆ ಎದ್ದೇಳಿ. ಕನ್ನಡವ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅನ್ನುವರ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ 2 ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ, ಶೋಷಣೆ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಹಾಕಿರಿ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಡಿ ಅದ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಹರಿದ್ವರ್ಣದ ಕಾಡು, ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧದ ಮರಗಳ ಸಾಲು, ಕೋಟಿ ದೀಪಗಳ ಅರಮನೆ, ಅರಸರು ಹರಿಸಿದ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕರುನಾಡು. ಶತಮಾನವ ಮೀರಿಸುವ ತಲೆಮಾರು, ಹೃದಯ ಕದೆ ಬರಲಿ ಕಲೆಗಾರು, ಮನೆ ಬುನಾದಿ ಅದುರಿಸಲಾಗದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದು ಮನೆ ಹಾಡು. ಕನ್ನಡ ನಗೆದ್ದ ಗೆಲುವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ನನ್ನಿಚ್ಛೆಯಂತೆ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುಣಿದಾಡೋ ಕನ್ನಡ. ಸಂಗೀತ ಬಲವು ಕನ್ನಡ, ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಮಿಡಿತ ಕನ್ನಡ 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 ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ 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 ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡ.
ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀನೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ. ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀನೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ. ಹೊಸ ಬೆಳಕೊಂದು ಹೊಸಿಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಬೆಳಗಿದೆ ಮನೆಯ ಮನಗಳ ಇಂದು. ರಾಜರತ್ನನ ಆಡಿಸಿಯೇ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿಯೇ ನೋಡು ಎಂದು ಸೋಲದು ಸೋತು ತಲೆಯ ಬಾಗದು.
Hello, everybody, everyone who's tuned in for our Kannada classes today. I can see some of your comments. And yes, we will have the previous live streams, but it is highly recommended that you stick around for this class. Now, of course, we noticed that because of the situation in Bangalore today, a lot of people have been unable to make it to the class on time because there's a lot of traffic on the roads and everything. But it's fine. So we are going to leave the stream up on the channel in case you guys want to explore it later. So with that, I want to welcome everybody. My name is Dushyant Dubey. You guys know me as Saint Broseph. We're starting these Kannada classes again. We used to do them last year, and last year we did a few sessions, but then we had to stop due to a few other things that were occupying our time at that moment of time. But what we've come to realize is that a lot of people are coming to Karnataka, a lot of people are coming to Bangalore, and they don't know Kannada. Okay, but and because of not knowing Kannada, there are some unnecessary and unwanted issues that could otherwise be avoided. But it's not just that, it's the fact that whenever somebody moves to a new city, it's best to pick up at least a little bit of the conversational language, because if you do that, you're going to be able to integrate so much better into the city, and you're going to have such a better time. It's absolutely um, you cannot possibly imagine the difference it will make once you know a little bit of Kannada and once you start to converse in Kannada with people, at least day-to-day conversations. It'll make a big difference. It'll make a big difference in the way you communicate. It'll make a big difference in the way other people perceive you in the city. So with that being said, we are going to start. I just want to tell you guys that the SBA, St. Joseph Army Kannada classes, are not just about learning the language, but they're also about learning about the culture and the history of this city, of this state. So we will be teaching you along the way. This is an introductory class, it's the first one, so we're not going to go too much in depth today, but in the future we're definitely going to talk about some prominent Kannadigas, some people who have been very important to the history of this city, and you guys will learn more about the soil that you're on, that you're currently working on. So with that, let's begin. So this is our first slide. I've already explained this to you guys. Let's move on to the next one. So why learn Kannada? Sharing ideas and thoughts. Like I explained, it allows us to talk to other people. It allows us to access a lot of literature, art, and history that's unique to the region and only accessible via the local language. Second point, of course, is cultural heritage. It's the same thing. You will be able to connect more with this city, more with its culture, more with its history if you learn the language a little bit. Travel and interactions, of course, when you're traveling around the city, when you're speaking with an auto driver, a cab driver, or any bus driver, anybody who's in charge of various, modes of commute in the city. Apart from that, your day-to-day interactions, like in our point number 4, personal, social, and economic impact. So we are social workers at SBA, all of us, in some way or the other, in some capacity or the other. If we are able to communicate with the local people who cannot possibly communicate in any other language, we'll get to know their troubles and their problems a little bit better. And because of that, we are going to be able to help them all that much better. So with that being said, let's move on. Okay, so everyone that's on the chat, I know we have only a few people watching today, but regardless, each and every one of you is extremely important to me. As you guys know, I'm not from Karnataka either. I'm actually from a place called Ahmedabad in Gujarat, and my native place is Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh. But I've been here now for about 8.5 years, and my life has been immeasurably better, and my experiences with the locals have been immeasurably better ever since I actually learned Kannada. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of what I know, and with that, let's get started. So everyone in the chat, just uh, just give me a hi so I know you're here. I know you're listening. I want to see a couple of highs in the chat. All right. Okay, just to know that you guys are still tuned in. All right, let's go. So we are going to first start with the formal greetings. This one you guys might already know. It's namaskara. Okay. So in Hindi we say namaste, and when we say namaste, the thing we have in Kannada is namaskara, which is the equivalent. It's hi, hello, namaskara sir, namaskara anna, namaskara akka, like that you can say namaskara to. I love the fact that all of you left so many highs in the chat. Thank you so much for that, guys. So namaskara to all of you. With that, we are beginning our Kannada class. And meanwhile, our community moderator, Mr. Chandan, is also in the chat. So any of you, if you have any questions throughout the stream, I'm monitoring your comments myself. I will try to answer the questions on stream, but Chandan will also be in the chat to answer your questions. All right, let's go. Okay, so Shubhodaya is good morning. Shubharatri is good night. Okay, so Shubhodaya, good morning. Shubharatri, good night. Shubhodaya. So you can clearly say that Shubha is the common word between both of these. So Shubh is like good, and Udaya. Udaya is like when the sun rises. We say Suryoday in Hindi. So Shubhodaya, that means good morning. Shubhratri, good night. So that is another thing. Shubhratri, of course, for all of you who who speak Hindi, who know Hindi, know that Shubhratri is something that we say in Hindi as well. So it's literally the same thing. Shubhratri, Shubhodaya. Dhanyavada. So Dhanyavada is thank you. And Dhanyavada Galu is like many thanks, So people say Dhanyavada or Dhanyavada Galu. Many thanks. Usually said, of course, like you guys know how Dhanyavada is used. Thanks, you tell a cab driver like, thank you, sir. So Dhanyavada, sir. Dhanyavada Galu, sir. That's pretty good. You can use that. So Hesaru. So these now we are moving on to the common words. The common words are Hesaru. Hesaru is name. Hesaru. Uh, Nim hesaru yeno. That's one of the sentences. Like, aapka naam kya hai? In Hindi we say, what is your name? Nim hesaru yeno. So hesaru is name. Next we have uru and sthala. Sthala. Okay, so we have to remember that this is not sthala, but it means the same thing that it does in Hindi. In Hindi we say sthal. So sthal is place. Sthala is also place. So if you have to ask somebody, where are you from? So you use the word sthala or uru. Then we've got the word kelsa or kelasa. Both pronunciations are correct. That means work, like your what work do you do? So, you know, after that, these are the other words. Rajya is state. Bhashe, bhasha, the word root word bhasha which we have in Hindi. It's the same word. Here it's written as bhashe, but bhashe is also correct. Rajya is state, bhashe is language, and desha is country. All right, we're going to answer a question from the stream. Mr. Random View 619 has asked, Nim is aap or tumhara? Nim is, of course, aap because nim, nimma, these words are aap. We have, if it, so generally, I would advise everybody to just use the respectful term no matter where you're speaking because it is very easy to, have like some kind of a wrong impression if you accidentally use the non-respectful version. So it's best, see, the thing with these classes is we're going to keep it very practical. This is not like a classroom class where you're being taught something as per a syllabus. I'm going to, and all of us together, the people who are going to be teaching you Kannada together, we are just going to do our best to teach you Kannada in a very practical way, so you guys know that this is how we are supposed to speak it. This is how I learned, so that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. All right, moving on. So Kelsa can also be used to tell if a thing is working. So that I will leave to Chandan to answer. He's going to be able to give you a more comprehensive answer on that in the chat itself. All right, so then now we have personal pronouns. So na is I, me, and ni is you. So like we are going to look at some examples. For example, nanu. So nanu Ramesh. Let's say your name is Ramesh, Nanu Ramesh. It's literally I am Ramesh. Okay. So Nanu Ramesh, Nanu Dushyanta. Navu is we or us, So Navu Bharatiyaru, Navu Vidyarthigalu. Like if you say we are students, so it'll become Navu Vidyarthigalu. If you say we are social workers, Navu Samajika Kelsagararu, like this. So basically, Navu is we, Nanu is me. Okay. Then we've got Ninu, but Ninu is the one without the respect. So again, I would recommend that you don't use Ninu as much as possible. But Ninu Vidyarthi, you are a student. Tum student ho. Okay, but the problem is that there's no tu. So sometimes Ninu can be interpreted as tu also, like the how you say tu in Hindi, tu student hai. So not everybody will take very kindly to it unless they're like a kid or something. So instead of that, we do Nivu, which is you are plural and formal. Nivu Vidyarthigalu. You are students, and whether you are referring to one person or multiple people, it's Nivo. Random Views has asked me if is Nim and Nimma different. So Nim is just the short form of Nimma. That's like just slang, like the way people talk. They use Nim as a short form of Nimma. Moving on. So we have demonstrative pronouns. Okay. So E is this and A is that. So you need to learn this one. It's very simple. So we're going to look at some example. We've got idu is this and adu is that. So let's use in an English word. Okay. Idu phone. Like this is a phone, right? So idu phone and then adu phone. So idu is like right in front of you. There's a phone. So it's like idu phone, and then if it's far away, it's adu. Okay, now moving on. Idu pustaka. Here's the example. Idu pustaka, and then adu mara. That's the tree. So we've got this is a book right here, and if something is far away, we use adu. Then we have ivugalu. These. So if you want to refer to multiple things that are in front of you, you use the term ivugalu. And then if you want to use refer to something that's far away from you, you say avugalu, that is those. So ivu pakshigalu. Pakshi, as you know in Hindi, is also um, birds. Here pakshi is also birds. So ivu pakshigalu, these are birds. Avu hannugalu, those are fruits. So there's a typing mistake here. I'm gonna fix that later. But those are fruits. Okay. Now we are going to go on and look at how we refer to people. Okay. So this or that person will be Ivanu, it will be he, this person, he or him for males, Ivanu, and then that person is Avanu. So remember this E and A is happening everywhere. Okay. So that's how we are moving on here. So then we have Ivalu and Avalu. So then you've got the same thing. Now this of course is with respect and without sorry, this is the male and female version of that. So Ivanu Ramesh and then Avanu Suresh. Ivalu Kamala, Avalu Ramya. So Avalu is being used for women and Ivalu is being used for women and Ivanu is being used for men. Okay. And then if you had to go for uh, these and those people, it'll be Ivaru. So we'll start with Ivaru, these persons. So Ivaru Vidyarthigalu, these are students. So if you're in a, you know, if you're referring to students and you're saying these are students, Ivaru Vidyarthigalu, and then if you have to refer to somebody that's far away, then you'll say those are students. So Avaru Vidyarthigalu. That's how it is. Now let me take a look at what's going on in the chat. If there are any other questions that people have that I might be able to answer. So Raghu is saying that we don't use E and R singularly. So basically the thing is that, yeah, so that's why we are demonstrating uh, the words here in this way. And after that, we will see more examples of these sentences. All right, moving on. So examples, I'm fine. Nanu chennagidine. Okay, this book is good. E pustaka chennagide. Okay, now chennagide. So you need to know that chennagi is like good. Okay, good, fine, well, whatever, however you want to use it. We have to go about it like that. Now, I'll take one moment from you guys. Apparently, somebody has messaged me about. So, as you guys know, how my life is, every now and then there is some or the other emergency that I'm continuously being approached for. So, something like that had just popped up, but it is taken care of. So moving on, this is a good book. Idu Olleya Pustaka. So Olleya is a word that is used to refer to something that's good. So this is a good book. Idu Olleya Pustaka. But please understand, it's not Oleya. Okay, that would mean something different. Olleya, the l sound is something you have to, perfect if you would like to speak these words. So la and so Olleya Pustaka. This is a good book. Idu Olleya TV. Like that's a good TV. Idu Olleya television. Like that. Okay. That is a mad dog. So our Kannada team put this in for a little bit of humor. Adu Huchu Nai. So sometimes people use this term to also refer to each other, which I would honestly not recommend that you do. But that's how it is. So fine, Nanu Chennagidini. This book is good. E Pustaka Chennagide. This is a good book. Idu Olya Pustaka. Basically, it's the same thing but said slightly differently with different words. But it's good to know all these examples so that you know how to use them. Okay, now oblique forms personal pronouns. Uh, Here you go. So we've got here Nanu is I, me, which we already learned. Nanna is my. So idu Nanna Pustaka. This is my book. So example, Nanna Hesaru Ramesh. Okay. So next we have Nanu Ramesh. You can say Nanna Hesaru Ramesh. Uh, both things you can say. Okay. Then we've got Navu and Namma. So Navu I already explained, it's V. Namma is R. Okay. So how do we say something is mine versus something is ours? Idu Nanna Pustaka. This is my book. Adu Namma Mane. That is our house, right? So this is how you differentiate between Nanna and Namma. We have Namma Metro here. I'm sure a lot of you people have actually, gone ahead and taken the metro at some point, so you know it's called Namma Metro. When you have to complain to Bescom, it's Namma Bescom, the handle on Twitter. So Namma is ours. Okay. Then Ninu. Again, Ninu is without respect. You are, and then Ninna is your, which is again without respect. Okay. So Ninna Hesaru Suresh. Tumhara naam Suresh hai, like that. Then we've got Nivu. This is what I use always. Okay. It just works. You don't even need to think. So you are. So uh, basically, if you have to say something, so Nivu banni. So aap aiye in Hindi, how we would say it. Then there's Nimma, which is your, plural. Nimma Uru, Hyderabad, like that. Your city is Hyderabad. Okay. Now we'll move on. Oblique forms continued. So I'm just gonna open a bunch of these. Yeah. So Idu, this, and Idara is off this. Okay. So we have Idara Bele 100. So that means this costs 100 or its price is 100. Then you've got Ivugalu or Ivugala of these. Ivu Pakshigalu. These are words. This we had explored a different interpretation of this earlier. Then of that and those. Adu is that. Adara is of that. Okay. Again, let's go to the beginning. Idu is this and Idara is of this. Okay. So if you have to say something about something, it has to be Idara, and then of that it's Adara. So Adara mele kuli kuli tu koli, sit on top of that. It's a little complicated, this example, but it kind of conveys the point. Avugalu and Avugala. So Avu we already mentioned, and then Avugala is of those. So Avu Hannugalu, these are fruits. So moving on, we have of this and that person, and of these and those people. So of this we have Ivanu and becomes Ivana of this person. So Ivana Bhashe Kannada. So if you have to say this person's language is Kannada, it becomes Ivana Bhashe Kannada. Avanu becomes Avana of that person. So Avana Rajya Maharashtra, Avana Rajya Kerala, whatever you have to say, whichever thing you want to attribute to that person. Then we've got Ivalu. I'm right here, by the way, in case anybody has trouble knowing where I am. Yeah, here. So Ivalu, Ivala. Of this person, she, her, of for women. Ivanu was for men, and Ivalu is for women. So Ivala Hesaru Kamala. Then Avalu, of that person, again for women. Avala Uru Mysuru. So this is something you have to remember for women. Of these and those people, this is plural. So Ivaru becomes Ivara of these people with respect. So Ivara Desha America, his country, their country is America. Okay. And then we've got Avaru becomes Avara of those persons, plural with respects, those persons. So these and those, remember that distinction. Eva, again, if we go back, I just want to go back and show you, remind you, that once we do that, 1 second, yeah, here itself. Yeah. So Eva and Ava, remember that, always remember that because it's this and that. Okay. That is how it is. So Avara of those persons, Avara Kelsa Chanagide. Their work is good. Avara Kelsa Chanagide, Avara Kelsa Tumba Chanagide. Their work is very good. So like this, we can have all kinds of different things. Now, this is the point which we've reached till now. Now we're going to move on and go for a completely different thing, which is interrogative pronouns. So interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. They are words that are used to ask about people, things, and things, places, or ideas. So first one is yaru, which is who. Okay. So yaru nivu. Who are you? That is with respect because nivu is with respect and Ninu is without respect. So we'll say Yaru Nivu. Nivu Yaru. Some people speak like that as well. Who are you? Enu. So it's not Yenu, although some people pronounce it like that. It's Enu. So what? So Enu Nimma Hesaru. Nimma Hesaru Enu. That's how you ask somebody what their name is. Nimesuru Enu. This is what I gave as an example in the beginning of this class. Nimesuru Enu. Nimkelsa Enu. Like what is your work? Like that. Then we've got Ellie. This is the word that you're going to be using so much when you speak with the delivery drivers and you speak with people, who you are expecting to come to your house. You'll say, Yelidira, where are you? Like that. So you've got Yelide Nimma Pustaka Yelide. So where is your book? That is the example that's been given here. But Yelide is basically, Yeli is where. So different forms of that word you're going to be using to determine where, to ask somebody where they are. That's the interrogative word for that. And then Yeke is why. So Eke Nivu Naguttidiri. Why are you smiling? Again, these are all slightly complicated examples. You don't need to worry about them. We are going to introduce conversations to you. These words that we are showing you are just so you kind of understand the words themselves. And then in conversations, you're going to have a better time actually understanding how these words are supposed to be used. Yaudu is which. So Nimma Mane Yaudu, which one is your house? Right? So we've got Yavadu is which, then Hege is how. So Hegidira, like that. Okay. Then Yeshtu, this is another word that you're going to be using a lot when it comes to auto drivers and cab drivers in particular, when you're expecting them to tell you like how much is the fare at the end of the trip, which you'll see in your app, but you might want to check with them. The other way you're going to be using it, if you go to a shop or any kind of a store and you want to ask them how much does something cost. Yeshtu Hana is what you would normally say, Hana meaning money, but Yeshtu also works. In Hindi also we say kitna hua. Nobody says kitna paisa hua ya kitne rupaye hue. We just say kitna hua. So that's Yeshtu. How much? Yeshtu aitu, how much was it? That is the exact sort of usage. Then conversation scenarios. Eli, where, Illi is here, Alli is there. So starting from just these top three words, if you want to figure out like how to use them, Illi is Yelidira sir. New Yelidira. Where are you, sir? Okay. Sir, new Yelidira. Aap kahan hai, sir? Agar if you have to ask the delivery driver. Then Illi, if you're like asking a cab driver to stop, so sir Illi Nilsi. So please stop here, you know. Alli, sir Alli Nilsi. So please stop there, like that. Okay. Then Madu is do in general. And then Madi is do with like a person context or some kind of a context in terms of object. Then Ba is come again. This is without respect. Ba. Bunny is with respect. So Ba is like come. You can probably say Ba to like a friend or like like a student, like a kid or something. But Bunny is IA, so generally you would want to use Bunny. Like if you want to ask somebody to come, Bunny sir. Even the delivery driver or cab driver or whoever, you can say, Elidira sir. That person will say, sir, I'm near your house, whatever he'll say. Sir, okay sir, Bunny, ನಾನು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Like I'm waiting for you. Please come. Okay. So Bunny. Then we have Bartini, which is I am coming, right there. So if a cab driver says that he has reached, you can say, okay sir, Anu Bartini, wait madi ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. Like please wait a little bit, I am coming. Okay. Hogo is go. So hogo, hogi. Okay. So that's what we say. You get in the cab and you're like, okay sir, hogi. Hogi sir ನೀವು. So that means, okay sir, go, let's go. Okay, like that. If you want to say let's go, it's hogona, like we'll go. Okay, so hogona. Then beku is you want something. Hog beku is you want to go. So if you want to ask an auto driver who's just parked somewhere, and say Indranagar hogbeku, like I want to go to Indranagar. Simple. Okay. And beku is if you want something. So you can prefix anything to that and add beku to it. It's like ice cream beku. So I want ice cream, an ice cream beku, right? Like that. And idira, again, this is adding to yelli. So elli dira. So where are you? So we are connecting these two. Okay. Then where agu is happen, agu bahudu is can happen. Swalpa, this is again, this stuff is important. Swalpa is less, jasti is more. Okay, so swalpa. Okay, so swalpa means a little bit. So, sir, swalpa munde. Munde, I have not taught you guys yet. Munde is ahead, and hinde is behind. Okay, So you say Swalpa Munde, like to your auto driver. Sir, Swalpa Munde, sir. Swalpa Munde. Alli, sir. Like a little bit further, sir. That side. That way, like that. Swalpa, sir, alli. Then Jasti is more. But Jasti is generally used in a quantity like sort of context. So Jasti is more. Like Swalpa Jasti kodi, sir. Thoda zyada. How we say thoda zyada de do. Like if you're getting let's say juice from a juice shop, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್, थोड़ा ज़्यादा पानी दे दो मुझे, so that's how we speak. Then we've got ಎಷ್ಟು, which is how much, we already explained. ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ is sit, okay, which is a respectful way of saying like please sit. So I mean sit and saying it very respectfully. बैठिए, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, if you had to say it without respect, it would be kutko, which you don't want to say to somebody. It's like bet, so you don't want to talk like that. Swalpa munde hogi, correct. I'm reading the comments as well simultaneously. Right, then we've got torsi, which is show. So if you want them to show you something, torsar, swalpa torsar, receipt torsi, show me the receipt, sir, fine, sir, app torsi, show me the app, like that, if you want to say to the cab driver. How do you say sorry? Shamisi. So I'll let Chandan answer your chat questions, but that's how you say it. Then we've got conversation scenarios. This is the fun part, guys. And the future classes are going to be heavily based on the conversations themselves. Because here we believe that you guys need to learn the conversations first. So right away you can start to talk in Kannada. And then later on, slowly we can pick up a bit of grammar as well. So here you go. Getting to know the driver's location. Okay. We've got Sir Yelidira. So, sir, where are you? Then the cab driver is saying, Bartini sir, on the drop ide mugsi Bartini. So he's saying, I have a drop. After that, I will be coming there. So you can ask Yeshtu Samaya. Okay. So ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಆಗಬಹುದು, so ಎಷ್ಟು time, sir. You can even speak very informally and everyone in Bangalore understands. Like I'm not trying to teach you like very exceptionally grammatically correct Kannada. You can say, sir, ಎಷ್ಟು time. That's enough. Like how much time, you know and he will understand. He'll be like, sir, 5 minutes. Or he will speak the word in that says the like year nimisha, like 2 minutes, something like that. He'll say bande is coming. Asking to get in, sir, door open madi, sir, open, door open karo, literally it's that. So, okay, so sir, door open madi. Then he'll say, sir, kutkoli, sir, OTP heli. Now the L here is wrong, and all the L's are wrong. Actually, it should be koli and heli. So, sir, OTP heli. So, sir, tell me the OTP, speak the OTP, and then you will give the OTP, whatever it is. Asking to turn on the AC. Now, this is a big problem that happens in Bangalore. Like you want them to turn the AC on, and then if you don't communicate it properly, they're probably going to have a problem with that. So you can say, "Sir, solpa AC on madi." This is the most basic way to say it, and then it's gonna say, "Okay, sir," or you'll say, "No, sir, sir, idu, what is that? Like this is the in this cab I don't have AC," something like that. He might tell you. Driver refuses to turn on the AC. Sir, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎ ಸಿ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಸರಿ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಸೊ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ, that means, sir, I've requested you. After that, it's up to you, it's your choice. Okay. So then inquiring about payments, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ನ. Then he'll say 150. ಸರಿ, ಯು ಪಿ ಐ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನರ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಫೋನ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ದೆನ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. That's how it will change. Okay, the conversation changes. So again, to recap, Yelidira is like literally one of the most common phrases. You guys need to learn this today itself. Yelidira, say it to the cab driver who is coming to your house, say it to the delivery driver, say it to the, like the Swiggy, Zomato, Zepto, whoever. Yelidira sir, then he will explain where he is. Okay sir, Bunny. Okay sir, you come. Okay, then he will start talking. You can switch to English a little bit later, but as long as you give them that nod that you know a little bit of Kannada, that will make your life somewhat easier here. Okay, so these are a few conversations, and now we're just going to do a little bit of a um, a Q&A here and just answer all your questions. Till now, we have gone through these basic conversation scenarios, and now I'm just going to go ahead and take some questions. So, whatever questions you guys have, please put them on the chat, and then we can go ahead and answer your questions. Okay, guys, so now Chandan is going to take over and he's just going to answer some of the questions which have been asked in the chat. So let's get started. We'll go from the beginning. Okay, first of all, about Nigma.
Hello guys, this is Chandan here. Nimma is a very respectful way of addressing someone. So, if you are speaking to someone who you would like to respect, especially elders, you would say Nimma. Nimma. And if you are speaking to someone who is younger than that, younger than you, or you're speaking to someone in a casual conversation, you say Ninna. So, you can ask. Someone older than you, you can just say Nimma Uru Yavudu, which means which place are you from or which city are you from, right? Like Uru means city or village, and Yavudu is a question you are asking them where are you from, right? And if you the same thing if you say Ninna, that is which village are you from? I mean, which city are you from? But it is for someone younger than you, or if you are speaking to someone in a very casual manner. Okay, so I will move on to the next question.
Kelsa. Explain about Kelsa a little bit.
Kelsa, yes. So Kelsa is something that usually means work. So you can, if you are working, you can tell someone that Nanu Kelasa Maduತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ, which means I am working, right? Or if, say, you're having a conversation with someone and you want to ask them where they are working, you can ask them, ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, which means where are you working? So, Kelesa basically means work. And if you want to answer, if someone asks you the question of where are you working, you can say Nanu, which is me. Kelesa, uh, X company ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ means doing, basically. Okay, so
How is Nim and Nimma different?
Nim and Nimma. Nimma is exactly the correct word. Nim is just when when you're having a conversation with a friend and it's just a conversation and you just like cut short a word, which is what happens on casual conversations, right? So that is basically what Nim is, and that's probably where you've heard it as well.
Then, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. So, Shubha Madhyana is not something that is usually wished with amongst a lot of people, but it is the exact word that it is Shubha Madhyana. And for good morning, you would say Shubhodaya, and for good night, you would also say Shubharatri. It is all these words are actually pretty similar to the ones you might be using in Hindi as well. But yeah, even in Kannada, it is Shubhodaya, Shubhamadhyana, and Shubharatri.
Is Olia a bad word if pronounced wrongly?
Olia is, I mean, the word itself means good, so there is no way where it can
No,
be.
it's saying if you say instead of Olia, you say Olea.
No, there is nothing of the sorts. And I mean, people will appreciate the fact that you are trying to say something, and even if you get it wrong, I don't think people will be judging you for getting it wrong.
But tell them about Odia.
Odia basically means ruler. That is Odey. Odia.
There's a song also in Kannada called Hey Odia. It's a good song. I like that song. Okay, next we've got Agide versus Aitu.
Okay. Agide versus Aitu. So Agide and Aitu are actually one and the same. You are basically telling people, it's like different ways of telling the same word, which is done. You're saying the word done. So Nanna Kelasa Agide means my work is done, and you can say the same. Um, you can also say Nanna Kelsa Aitu, which is my work is done still. So it's just two different ways of saying the same word. Okay, so the next question is I am coming versus are you coming? So I am coming basically means ನಾನು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ or ನಾನು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ or ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. So these are like different words that people use, but ನಾನು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ is how would use it's the proper word or proper pronunciation of it. And are you coming can be asked as ನೀವು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ or ನೀನು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀಯಾ. So Nivu and Ninu again, the respect factor comes in. If you are saying Nivu, you are asking someone with respect. Nivu baruttidira. And if you are saying Ninu, that is like tu aa raha hai kya in Hindi. And Nivu is like aap aa rahe ho kya. So yeah, Nivu baruttiddiya and Nivu baruttidira. It, okay, so Nivu baruttiddiya becomes a little bit of a not a lot of respect involved in that, and Nivu Bharatidira is more respectful. So Bharatidya is something you would use for someone younger or someone younger than you. Nivu Bharatidira is a respectful way of saying it.
Bande versus Bartini.
Bande versus Bartini. So this is basically tenses here we are playing with. So Bande means Nanu Bande Nanu Bande. Matlab you are here, right? It's a present tense basically, and
I am here.
yeah, I am here. And Nanu Bartini means it's a future tense that you are coming. So and I will be there. That's what Nanu Bartini means.
Okay. Next we got okay. Ultra confused with ending conjugation ini, idira, idini. So Bartini. Let's start with Bartini only. Bartini, Bartidira, Barta, idini.
Yes. So
Bartini.
Bartini is a way of saying Nanu Bartini. It's like I am coming, and it is a very casual way of saying it. Bartidira is actually a question here. You are asking someone Nivu Bartidira with respect to that person. And Bartaidini and Bartini is actually the same. You are just Bartaidini is the exact Kannada word, and Bartini is like a conversational word that you just speak when you're speaking with people. It becomes Bartini instead of Bartaidini. It's like saying "aa raha hu" versus "aa raha hu" in Hindi.
So how to overcome the fear of mispronouncing and yeah, how to overcome the fear of mispronouncing again.
So I don't think you need to fear mispronouncing anything, because the fact that you're making that effort to speak is a great thing. So if you are getting the word completely wrong, and people will still understand what you're trying to say based on the context, and they will say the correct word, and they will also understand what you're trying to say. So there should nobody should have the fear of mispronouncing any word, regardless of which language it is that you're trying to speak.
Okay, I think we are done with the
Yes, so I think we're done with the questions. So I'll give it back to Broseph to take over.
okay, so thank you so much, Chandan, for answering all the questions. And There's a suggestion here from Random View 619. We need to create groups of 5-6 people and we can converse and practice with each other. Yes. So from the next session, which I want you guys to tune in for, which will be next Wednesday around the same time, 7:30 p.m. We will be doing breakout rooms on our Discord server. So please make sure that you attend, because next session is going to be really amazing. You guys will be put into different breakout rooms on Discord, where you will be able to practice it with a Kannada volunteer who's going to, converse with you and figure things out with you and answer your questions. And then, it's going to be a very fun environment. This, of course, was just an introductory class to get things rolling once again. All right, now another thing that somebody has said is a few basic do's and don'ts. Now, this is an important thing that I want you guys to know. I'm going to write them as I type them. Okay, of speaking Kannada in Bengaluru. Okay, this is from my own personal experience. First and foremost, Kannada, not Kannada. Okay, so I understand that in Hindi, the word for the language Kannada is Kannada. Okay, it's not even Kannad, it's Kannad. Okay, but here the word for the language is Kannada. So when you're here, in order to make sure that you say the name of the language properly, you have to say Kannada. Okay, Neevu and not Neenu. This is another thing. Make sure you always use Neevu and all kinds of respectful forms of these interrogative, I mean, in these personal pronouns, so that it's just better, man. Like basically, use the respectful form for pronouns. Okay, pronouns. Okay. Now, ಚಂದನ್ ಅವರೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ mic check ಮಾಡಿ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, fine. Next time we are going to check it properly. I think now Chandan is off the session. Okay, fine. Then Neevu and not Neenu. Okay. Then apart from that, speak, start the conversation with Kannada. Then you can switch to English. Okay. So this is another pro tip from my side. Start the conversation in Kannada. When they start to speak something that you don't know, you can just simply switch to English and say something like, Sir, sir, nanage, sir, ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೀಕ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. Okay, so this is fine. Sir, ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೀಕ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, something like this. They will understand and they will respect you for it. Okay, this is my experience. So, sir, my Kannada knowledge is a little less, you please speak in English. That should be good enough. Okay, and then apart from that, you can even say, sir, ನನಗೆ ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಸ್, ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸರ್, ನನಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ matadi. And I can tell you guys that there have been times when they've switched to Hindi itself, man, after this. Because as long as you do a few little bit of the conversation, few lines of the conversation in their language, they're usually happy to, oblige you after that. Kannadigas are actually very sweet, man. Like, they're quite respectful. They don't want to fight you, honestly speaking. But, sometimes there are some people like that, and can't even count out all the rogue elements. But as long as you give their language a little bit of respect, they'll be fine with you. Okay, now, attaching avare or to people's names, this is something that is another pro tip. It's going to really help. So if you say namaskara Chandan, for example, just add avare to it. That is G. Basically, avare is G. Okay. So if you say namaskara Chandan avare, ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು, so that is a very nice thing to say to somebody. Namaste Chandan ji, aap kaise hain? It's like that. So add avare. It adds respect. It costs you nothing to respect another person. So add avare, and it generally will result in the person being quite happy with you. Okay. So and always be respectful and patient. Okay. Do not lose your cool. Do not like get angry, especially when you're having a conversation in Kannada. There's no need to get angry or get impatient with somebody for not understanding you or for you not being able to understand them. Okay, just understand what they're saying. You can always be a little bit respectful and patient. And if, for example, if conversation is impossible, use Google Translate or call someone from SBA who knows Kannada to get things done. Okay, so if you guys are in St. Broseph Army's chapters, you know that in every chapters we have plenty of coordinators and volunteers who know Kannada. So in case you are stuck in a conversation where you cannot communicate what you're trying to say, use Google Translate. It's pretty good. You can put in whatever and it will communicate 70-80% what you're trying to say, like to good degree of accuracy. So use Google Translate, and if even that is not working, you can always post in the chapter and someone will 100% help you out. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's session, guys. Now, next, this was an introductory session, so we didn't have much material today. Just wanted to get you guys started on Kannada. Okay, so to recap, we learned a little bit about how to talk to an auto driver, a cab driver, or any kind of delivery driver. We learned a few pronouns today. Don't worry, all of this we are going to recap again in the next session. So I'm just looking forward to seeing you guys in the next class. And in the next class, what we will be doing is we'll start with conversations right away. So you guys are going to be able to get a good sense of how to speak to more people and in more situations in Kannada. And alongside, we will also be talking a little bit about Karnataka history and some important people whose names and about whom you should know a little bit. So we'll talk about that as well. And further, like I said, a very exciting thing, we are going to have the breakout rooms as well, where you guys will be able to practice Kannada actually with each other. So that's something that's going to be on Discord. We have a Discord server, so it's going to be there next week. So once again, everybody who's here, thank you so much for joining today. This class, I'm going to leave it up for the people who couldn't be here today due to traffic or whatever issues to catch up on. And whatever questions you have, please feel free to ask in the chapters that you're in. If you're not in any chapter of the Broseph Army, you can join it from broseph.in. And in the chapters, there are plenty of Kannada speaking volunteers and coordinators who will be very happy to answer all your Kannada related questions. I'm very excited personally for next week's class, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you and Shubharatri. Thank you, guys.
ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀನೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ ಗುಡಿಸಲೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಅರಮನೆಯಾಗಲಿ ಆಟವೇ ನಿಲ್ಲದು ಎಂದು ಆಟ ನಿಲ್ಲದು ಹಿರಿಯರೇ ಇರಲಿ ಕಿರಿಯರೇ ಬರಲಿ ಭೇದವೇ ತೋರದು ಎಂದು ಭೇದ ತೋರದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲದ ಹಾಗೆ ಬದುಕಿರುವ ಆಕಾಶ ನೋಡದ ಕೈಯೇ ನೆನೆದು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಹಂಚಿರುವ ಜೊತೆಗಿರು ನೀನು ಅಪ್ಪನ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಣ್ಣೆಲೆ ಕಾಯೋ ವಿನಯದಿ ಹೀಗೆ ನಿನ್ನನು ಪಡೆದ ನಾವು ಪುನೀತ ಬಾಳು ನಗು ನಗುತ್ತಾ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀನೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ